Hi everyone, welcome to Demo Day. We'll get started in a few minutes when a couple more people join. All right, also just another note, I think when people are screen sharing at the same time, they can't check the chat, or maybe it's just a problem on my end. But if anyone does say anything important in the chat, you guys let me know while screen sharing. All right, awesome.
I'm having some trouble sharing my audio because I think we can't share them simultaneously.
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
All right, I think we'll get started around 5:02 or 5:03. So in the meantime, you guys can just relax. And for our students, if you guys are able to turn on your cameras, please do so. We'd love to see your guys' faces. So while we're waiting, does anybody have any exciting plans for winter break?
I'm gonna be catching up on sleep after a really stressful school year. What about you?
Yeah, I'm going on a trip with my family friends to the Bahamas. So I'm
तेरी वो
excited.
खोल वो कहाँ है वो स्लाइड के बाद तेरा मीट रैपलेट खोल रैपलेट
All right, and then students, you guys can also feel free to type in the chat or say out loud any of your plans or anything. Okay, I think we can just go ahead and get started now. So everybody, thank you so much for coming out to We Love STEM's biannual demo day today, which is Saturday, December 10th, 2022. So just to explain a little bit about We Love STEM, We Love STEM is basically a Congress-recognized international nonprofit organization that aims to foster and inspire a love for STEM in kids from a young age. And for those of you who aren't familiar with what STEM is, it's basically science, technology, engineering, and math.
So we do this by offering 100% free of charge educational programs, including year-round classes, hackathons, summer camps, tutoring, guest speaker events, and workshops.
Since 2019, we've grown from a single class with around 4 students to a community of 620 plus students over the world, with 17 chapters and led by a team of 25 plus passionate high school students.
Today, we are so excited to welcome you to our 7th biannual demo day.
And as you guys can see from some of the pictures here, we have a lot of returning students, so I know some of them might be familiar with some of these pictures. But some of these are from our hackathon this summer, which was in Milpitas, California. So if you guys were part of that, you might be able to see your picture here. Some of these are also from our classes in San Jose, some of our volunteering in a homeless shelter in Oakland, and also one of our first classes in the Cupertino Library. So if you guys are returning students, you might recognize some of these programs, but we just wanted to show you a little bit about what We Love STEM is and the different aspects of our organization. Okay, so our agenda for today is we're going to have 10 of our chapters present, and each chapter will have a 5-minute time slot to have their students present their projects. And this is just the order we will be following. So we're just going to go ahead and get started with our first chapter, which is the Katherine Johnson chapter.
Okay, so we're very excited to begin. So we're the Katherine Johnson chapter, and the classes that we taught this semester were based on the topic Web Development for Business Entrepreneurship. So my name is Anusha. I'm one of the co-teachers for this chapter.
And my name is Ishani, and I'm the other co-director for this chapter. And I'm also the founder and president of We Love STEM.
and I'm the vice president of We Love STEM. So
Yeah.
over the past couple of months, the kids have got a chance to develop their HTML, CSS, and JavaScript skills while making their websites. And we are really proud of all the creativity and passion they put into their personal projects, which they'll be showing to you guys today. So we are very excited and we're very proud of all of our students.
Yep. And without further ado, we're so excited to have our first group present, which is a project made by Adya, Anushka, Saisha, and Tanya. So we'll stop screen sharing at this moment so they can begin to share.
Hello, I'm Adya.
And I'm Anushka. Unfortunately, Saisha and Tanya weren't able to make it to demo day today. This is our climate change project made on Replit by the four of us. Our goal with the website is to educate people about climate change. There is a QR code at the bottom for our website. So in order to make the different HTML pages, we used Replit, and we made different HTML pages for the different pages that you can see on the screen. The home page is a quick introduction to our website and what it is about. The last page contains a link for the charities and organizations that are helping counteract climate change. We use different code elements to format the writing and add links and pictures.
To make the website look all colorful and organized,
Hi, my name is Taina Chabra. Unfortunately, I was unable to make demo day this year, but I still wanted to show you all what we did this year. On our website, I worked on the more information page. On this slide, it describes how climate change affects us. I also worked on the call to action slide a little bit and put photos of all three charities, Greenpeace, the Nature Conservancy, and Global Living. I did this by adding a tag and then RSC equals in quotes the image address. Thank you.
to make the website look all colorful and organized, we had a style.css page. With that page, we did many things like set the background color, header color, font color, font size, font placement, etc. The screenshot of this code shows how we coded the background color and the body in the website. And this is our website. Thank you for listening.
Thank you guys. That was a great presentation. All right, so for our second group from the Katherine Johnson chapter, we have a project made by Charvika, Samaya, Sahika, Imran, and Kanak. So if you guys want to go ahead and start screen sharing, you guys can do so.
Hi, my name is Imran Taraji. Unfortunately, we don't have two of our people that were supposed to come in, but let's get started.
I'm Sahika.
I'm Samia.
And our project name, Meraki Archives. Meraki Archives is your one-stop destination for your popular and on-trend books for the generic young adult. We tailor profile from averages of what people like from a variety of selections. Therefore, you should choose Meraki Archives today. We thank for your love and support.
Okay, we got two photos. Okay, this is a picture of our website on this side, and we have our book selection right here. So anyways, let's open our website. So let's stop the share. And here you go, this is our website. So we got our title right here. We got all our books. You can subscribe to our newsletter. We can give you good information on books. And our book selection, when you click on book, we got a PDF books. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys. That was a very cool project. All right, so our third group for the Katherine Johnson chapter is a project made by Akshit, Pranil, Johanan, and Yatyan. So we are just going to allow them to start talking now.
Hi everyone, my name is Akshith. I'm in seventh grade and I go to Gale Ranch.
Hello, I'm Johannan and I'm in sixth grade in Pacific Sky Elementary.
The news, one of the best places, one of the best sources to get updated on what happens daily.
You may ask why we chose to make a news site. Well, many websites such as New York Times need a paid subscription to use it.
We want to make news free for everyone, so we created STEM News. Subscribe to our newsletter to get everyday updates.
And yeah, this is our website. So at the top left, you can subscribe to our newsletter. And so we have 3 sections right now. There is the trending, sports, and news today. So trending just has some things people are talking about lately. And the FIFA World Cup is going on. So that goes in trending. The next topic is sports. So any kinds of sports, soccer, football, all those kinds of major things. And then we have news today. So any political news that's happening. Right now we have one article and there's a summary and the link to the article. Thank you.
Thank you guys for presenting. So yeah, for our Katherine Johnson chapter, those were our 3 projects that our students worked on. And before we just wrap up our chapter as part of the presentation, I just wanted to add on to what Anusha said earlier, but both of us are just so proud of the progress you guys have all made, and especially through collaborating. I know working online is not easy, but you guys all collaborated so well and worked so hard during our online meetings, and we're just so proud you guys were able to make these 3 amazing websites. So good job, guys. All right, so our next chapter will be the Marie Curie chapter, so you guys can go ahead and take it off.
Okay, so we are the Marie Curie chapter, and our unit was on math competition.
Hi, my name is Yvika. I'm a senior at Doherty Valley and the COO of We Love STEM.
Hi, my name is Ruchi Chanda. I am the CMO of We Love STEM, and we are the teachers of the Marie Curie chapter.
Throughout the Marie Curie chapter this first semester, we have started off and covered a general basis of our math competition unit. To summarize what we've accomplished throughout our unit, we've finished giving an overview of 4 common math competition topics that come up very often in various math contests like the Math Olympiad and Math Counts, including algebra, probability, counting, number theory, and geometry.
Now that we briefly introduced these broad topics, the students will present a problem that they have picked that represents the topics that they have learned for first semester. So we'll go ahead and begin with Imran.
Alright, so me going for the second time. Okay, so I have my project right here, which is angles, and here's a question: sides BC, BA, and CA of angle ABC are produced to D, F, and E respectively. If sides, if angle ACD equals 120 and angle EAF equals 45, find the 3 angles of angle ABC. Okay, I'm gonna give you a few minutes to solve it, and go. I know that was a short amount of time, but based on time concern. Okay, so here's the explanation. Since lines C and E CE and BF intersect at A, these are vertically opposite angles. Now this is equivalent to ACD is equal to BAC plus ABC, and after we plug these numbers in, it's ABC, subtract 120, subtract 45, subtract 75. ABC is equal to 180. So after we subtract those lines together, we receive the lines 45, 75, and 60. Therefore, the answer is A. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Imran, and covering our geometry unit. So now we'll be moving on to Nyla's problem.
Hi, my name is Nyla Naveen, and I will be presenting the second project for the Marie Curie chapter. So the problem is, how many squares will be there in the 28th figure? The options are A, 108, B, 113, C, 126, D, 121, and E, 115. So you can take a couple seconds to look at the answer. So we can move on to the solution. So the answer is B, 113. And to solve this, we can just use the arithmetic sequence formula, A sub 1 plus D multiplied by, in parentheses, n minus 1. So to define each of the terms, A sub 1 is the first term, D is the common difference, n is the term we're trying to solve for. So in this case, it would be 28 because of the question we're asking, how many squares will be there in the 28th figure. So as we can see, A sub 1 is the first term. So in the first term, we have 5 small squares in the figure. So that would be A sub 1 is equal to 5. And then D is equal to 4 because in each new figure, there's 4 more extra squares. And then n is equal to 28 because that's the figure we're trying to solve for. So if we just plug that in into the formula, we can get 5 plus 4 in parentheses, 28 minus 1 is equal to 5 plus 4 times 27. And then if we multiply and add all of that, we can get 113. So that's the answer. And there's another photo that shows and visualizes more of how there's 4 extra squares in each figure. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Nyla. So that was a great introduction of our arithmetic series. And now we have Charvika's problem as well.
Hello, my name is Charvika, and this is my problem for you. An electrician charges $50 house fee and $65 per hour for work. Is it less expensive to have the electrician work for 6 hours straight or come back for 2 3-hour jobs? I'll give you a few seconds to solve it. The answer is it's less expensive for him to come back for 6 hours straight 6-hour jobs, because if he comes back for 2 3-hour jobs, he's still going to charge you a $50 house fee 2 times, which makes it even more expensive. And my second problem is 24 divided by 4 parentheses 8 divided by 4 equals what? The answer is C, 12, because first you solve the question in the parentheses, which is 8 divided by 4, which equals 2. Then you solve 24 divided by 4, which equals 6. Then you multiply 6 times 2, which equals 12. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, so that was all for the Marie Curie chapter. Thank you so much, Charvika, for covering our algebra unit as well.
I also just wanted to let our students know that we enjoyed teaching you guys so much, and we look forward to next
time. And now we'll be moving on to the Ada Lovelace chapter.
Hello everyone, we are the Ada Lovelace chapter, and we taught an introduction to Python to our students, starting with print statements and all the way to variables and input statements. I am Manal Saeda, and I am a chapter director of We Love STEM.
And I am Charlotte Law, and I'm the co-chapter director of the Ada Lovelace chapter.
Perfect. And we will get straight into our projects, starting with Samuel or Bhuvan.
Hi, my name is Bhuvan. So I made a superhero Mad Labs project. And when I give it a word and then an input statement, it makes it where it asks me a question and then I have to answer it. So if it's asking, who is your favorite superhero? I could put like Iron Man. And then
do you want to ask the audience if they want to put in some answers too? So you guys can type in the chat what answers you want, and then we will put that in as the answer.
Who should I put for favorite superhero?
Okay, so I see Spider-Man, so you can put down Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. And then if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Someone says teleportation.
Yeah.
Okay. Who would be a superhero, or oh, I wrote that wrong. Who would be a supervillain that you would want to fight?
Venom.
What color would you want your suit to be?
There's a lot, but let's go with baby blue.
If you could have a sidekick, who would it be?
Iron Man.
If you could be in any superhero verse, where would you be? Like DC, Marvel?
Marvel.
What would you want your superhero name to be?
There's a lot. We can go with awesomeness.
So after I put in all the answer, it makes a statement. Hello, I want my superhero name to be awesome. My superhero name is Awesomeness, and my suit is the color baby blue, and my power is teleportation. And I live in Marvel. My sidekick is Iron Man. My arch nemesis is Venom, and my favorite superhero is Spider-Man.
Great job. All right, so yeah, great job on your presentation. That was very creative Mad Libs. So next up we have Samuel. So Samuel, feel free to start sharing your screen when you're ready. Also, I believe you're on mute. Okay.
So this is my presentation. This is one of the basic things I've learned like from the beginning of the class. Basically, it's pretty simple because all you have to do is put parentheses first and then the top commas. Then you can put anything you want, and when you run it, it will just run the sentence you want over here. I'll also take any thing in the chat that you want me to print out. Also during this, I also learned that if you double click something, then it will also highlight the other stuff, the similar word that in the whole sentence.
And great job. Thank you for explaining the concept for printing statements. And if anyone, you guys can type something in the chat and we can print that out. Okay, we got a couple of stuff in the chat, so you can print out "We Love STEM is Cool," or you can look in the chat and print out any of those.
I'll just take all of them. I don't really mind. I'll print that for We Love STEAM. We can just copy and paste that. So we can do parentheses. Then we can do this, and now when you run it, oh yeah, you have to delete this, by the way. And when you run it, it should, oh shit. Okay, I think I did something wrong. So if you do this, and now run it.
And make sure to have your print statement in the very beginning.
Yeah, I did that. I don't think it will work. Anyways, I'll just, that's all I have right now.
Okay, great job. So now we have our next presenter, Ayan. So can feel free to start sharing your screen.
I made a Mad Libs project called I Hate That Egg, which is about two eggs who have their own conflicts and don't get along. So when we play, oh, okay. So can you give me a name?
Okay, so we can put Bob.
Okay. Any TV show anyone likes?
Naruto.
Oh, okay. Sport?
Soccer.
A video game?
Mario.
A food?
Pizza.
Ice cream. Oh, I saw biryani. That's a good one.
Okay, an adjective? Any adjective?
Funny.
Now I need a different name. This is for the second egg.
Oh, Jeff.
A different sport?
Football.
A different TV show?
Stranger Things.
And a different video game.
Roblox.
Okay. A different food?
Pizza.
And a different adjective.
Smart.
Ugly.
Okay, smart. And the story is, I'm an egg named Bob and I'm funny. I act dumb. I like to act dumb like the guy from Naruto. And I act like I'm good at sports, especially soccer. I want to be a character in the game Mario. I like to gobble and often spill ice cream on my head. I found another egg named Jeff and he is smart. He likes to act smart like the guy from Stranger Things. He acts like he is bad at sports, especially football. He doesn't want to be a character in the game Roblox. He likes to not gobble and doesn't spill pizza on his head. He's the exact opposite of me. I hate it. I talked to him, tried to make him my friend, tried to play with him, watched Stranger Things, played football and Roblox. I even tried pizza. After all of this, I still hate him. And that's the story. Thank you.
Great job. That was really funny. And that was a really creative story as well. So great job on your project. So next up, we have Ashley, and she is here today, but unfortunately she lost her voice. So I'll be presenting her project for her. So give me a second while I share my screen. And Ashley can write something in the chat about her project so she can introduce it to everyone. All right, so as you can see in the chat, the title of her project is What an Adventurous Day It Was. So I'll be presenting the project for her. So you guys can type in the chat any, so first type in any color.
I see black.
Okay, thank you. Next, type in any action in the past tense.
Ran.
Okay, type any emotion.
Angry.
Then type any object.
Kate.
Okay, type any adjective.
Cool.
Then type any color.
Blue.
Now type any reaction.
Surprised.
And type any emotion.
Sad.
Okay, so here's the story. It all started when Charlie the dog decided to steal Johnny's shoe. Johnny jumped over the black fence. He was determined to get his shoe. He ran after Charlie. He was angry at Charlie. Johnny threw a cake at the dog. The cool man passing in the blue shirt was surprised at what was happening. Finally, the dog gave up and Johnny got his shoe back. He was sad to get his shoe back. What an adventurous day it was. All right, so that was a project. Great job, Ashley. And great job to everyone in the Ada Lovelace chapter for presenting. It's really cool to see your creative Mad Libs projects. And I can't wait to see what future projects you guys code. But thank you guys so much for presenting. And that'll be all for the Ada Lovelace chapter.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for presenting. I think our next chapter on schedule is the Sundar Pichai chapter, so you guys can go ahead and get started.
Yeah, I guess I can start by sharing my screen and then I'll hand it off to the students. Yeah, one sec. Yeah, so hello everyone, we're the Sundar Pichai chapter. My name is Rashank and I am the chapter director and director of marketing for We Love STEM. And I'm, teaching this chapter. It has been a wonderful experience teaching them all. We're covering deep learning this semester and its applications in the real world. And it's very impressive to see students, especially at the elementary and middle school level, that are kind of able to grasp the general idea of things that some, undergrad students can't. So it's really exciting to see that. And I hope you enjoy what they're going to cover. I think we're going to first be covering linear regression, and then we'll have another project about logistic regression, and then finally one last one about neural networks. So enjoy. I guess whoever is doing linear regression can share.
Okay, I'll share.
Sounds good. Or I guess Sarah's sharing. Okay.
Okay.
Yep, I hand it off to them now.
Okay, let me just.
Okay, so our group's project is about linear regression. I will start off by explaining the overall concept. In simple words, linear regression is a model that estimates the relationships between an independent and a independent variable and a dependent variable using a straight line, and both variables should be quantable.
Linear regression can be used to predict the value of a variable using another variable.
Some examples of real-life situations in which linear regression is used are finding height using the age and finding the correct dosage using blood pressure level.
Two more examples of using linear regression in the real world are finding someone's height based on their diet and finding out if someone is a reckless driver based on the total number of accidents they have caused. And finally, to conclude this presentation or this slide, I'll just talk about the line of best fit. So the line of best fit is basically, it's just like a straight line that best approximates a given set of data points or values, and that is used to predict the trends and stuff. So yeah, that's our slide.
Awesome. And I guess we will go on to logistic regression. And that's going to be with Ramir, Anisha, Diksha, and Anya. So I guess, Anisha, can you share your screen?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Logistic regression. The model, it's a classification model, which is used to classify distinct values. The uses, it's commonly used for prediction classification problems, for example, fraud detection.
So let me explain you the case of this graph in the case of fraud detection. So any of the y values between 0 and 0.3, the algorithm detects that we for sure do not have a fraud. And for the y values 0.8 and higher, we know that we do have a fraud. So the y values between 0.3 and 0.8, the algorithm is computing that we're not really actually sure whether we have a fraud or not. So we actually use logistic regression for this graph because logistic regression brings out a Boolean value, which is a yes or a no. And this is same for detecting the frauds. So basically, linear regression, wait. So yeah, that's a wrap.
Awesome. Okay, and then our last presentation or project, I guess, is on neural networks. So this is by Arav, Saradoshi, Naila, Naveen, Pranav, and Jay. So I guess really anyone in the group can just share their screen. Okay, thanks, Arav. I don't think we can hear anything.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was muted the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah. 1 second. It's not loading for me. 1 second. Let me stop sharing and share again. It's not loading.
No worries.
Let me just do this. Reload file. Yeah. Oh my God.
I think you have to go a bit up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for some reason it's saying unable to load file. Let's this again. Okay, there we go. Is it showing up?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, yeah. So neural networks are a technology that artificial intelligence uses to process information and data sets, which is similar to the way that the human brain does. It's inspired by like neuroscience and biology, and that's how the algorithm is coded. So in simple terms, it's basically the way that a computer takes information and how it makes a decision. When inputs are added to a neural network model, it isn't assigned weight. It's assigned a weight, which is essentially how much it matters when the algorithm calculates the final decision that is the point of the entire model.
The loss function compares the expected result and the actual result, and then it calculates the error in the model.
The optimizer then adjusts the weights based on information from the loss function, and the program is run again.
Neural networks are used to classify inputs and predict values. Neural networks can also be used to evaluate what needs to be done in a situation or to give a final answer regarding a decision. And that's basically the point of neural networks. That's it.
Awesome. Great job, guys. I'm very proud of the work you all have put into this. And it's been wonderful teaching you over this last semester, and I can't wait to continue our learning journey in deep learning, as the new semester comes. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for presenting. Our next chapter that is going is the Grace Hopper chapter. So you guys can go ahead and start.
Hi everyone, this is the Grace Hopper chapter. We taught Python, which is a project-based learning, and my name is Divya. I'm a sophomore and I currently attend Edison High School in New Jersey. And we covered so many topics, assigning a project to go along with each project along the way. And yeah, so I'm gonna let my first student take it away.
Hi, my name is Sanika. Hold on, let me share my screen. Okay, so hi. This is my project. Let me rewrite it. It's like where you make an account. It models your account. You can make a username, you can enter your name and stuff. So enter a username. So for example, if I put anything over 30 letters, so for example, hold on, let me just make this 30. And hit enter. It says only 30 characters are allowed. So if I try again, oh, wait, hold on. Okay, let me rerun it real quick. It does these animations and stuff. Okay, so it says enter a username. I'm gonna put okay. Okay, and it asks if you want to edit it. Okay, enter your name. Okay, you can enter your name. Sophie, okay. You can describe yourself. You can just like put one sentence. It's gonna say too much if you put more than one. So oh okay, I'll just hit enter. Cause wait, this is another person's. Okay, I'm sorry. Another person was on there, so count generator. Enter a username. Oh, okay. Aro. Okay, so if you want to edit it, it just says yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna put STEM in school. Okay. Enter your name and then describe yourself. Okay, so I like coding in Python. And then it asks you to like choose a profile picture. If you like put space or something or like 90, it says enter a valid number. I'm just gonna pick one. Yeah, and then it displays. So STEM is school, your name, and then your about.
Okay, great job. That was such a cool project. So next we have Vachi, who has another cool project as well.
Hi, my name is Vachi, and this is my project. So I did it's like a Marvel quiz. I'm gonna like ask you guys questions and like you can put the answers in the chat. Okay, so let me refresh it. Okay, so it's asking, do you want to play? So I'm just gonna write yes. So in which fictional country is Black Panther set? Okay, yeah. Okay, what species is Groot? I can't really see the chat, so Divya, can you say that?
Some people are saying tree.
Okay. That's not right. It's Flora. I don't know how to say it. It's like Flora.
Can you subscribe to my YouTube channel?
Okay, how many Avengers are there?
Someone
20.
is oh okay, someone said 25, 6, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9,
It's
9,
actually 6. Okay. What is the name of Thor's
4.
hammer?
Bob.
We have
Mjolnir.
And then okay, people are saying one person said titanium and one person said vibranium. Most people
Plastic.
and someone said plastic. Well,
Okay, I'm gonna let's put vibranium up here.
Why did you put plastic?
Okay, what is Peter Parker's best friend?
Venom.
Okay, someone said in the chat they're saying Ned.
Yeah, friendly. Okay, who can lift Thor's hammer?
Me.
Someone said Deadpool, Captain America, Thor, obviously. What? Oh, that's not right. Okay, what's the name of Captain America's cat? Someone said Cat America. Someone said Cap Junior.
Okay,
So-
all right. It's actually Goose. Okay, in Avengers Endgame, who plays Thanos in the first half of the movie?
Thor. It's Thor.
Okay, who is the first female superhero to like appear in the title of an MCU film?
Someone said Captain Marvel, Wasp, Wanda.
Okay, so you guys got like 4 out of 10 correct.
Okay, great job. I loved the trivia. It was also really fun. And so next we have Charlene with her Hangman project.
Hi, I'm Charlene, and this is my Hangman project. Let me let it load for a second. Okay, so this is just a typical simple, easy Hangman game, and you guys can just randomly guess a letter here.
So someone said E.
Okay. So E is in the word, so it would put the letter E into the word.
The next person said K.
K. K is not in the word, so a head appears.
Okay. A.
A is not in the word, so the body appears.
Another person said Y.
Y is not in a word, so the left hand appears.
Then N.
N is in the word, so it's blank blank EN right now.
Another person saying X.
X is not in the word, so a right hand appears.
S.
S is not in the word, and a left foot appears, and we only have one guess left.
Okay, make sure you make this one count. So someone said, okay. Okay, we already did S. Okay, B.
B. Sorry, B is not in the word. So the target word was then.
Okay, great job. That was so fun. That was amazing project. So now we have, unfortunately, some people couldn't make it to demo day, but Ishan, one of our students, made a video to show you his project. Let me just quickly share my audio. All right.
Hello, this is my Python project. It's called the Samsung Galaxy S30 Ultra Max. So let's get it running. And of course, it has a password because it's a replica of a phone. And then it says, welcome to the phone. And then it lists all the apps. I'm only going to go over the calculator. And it's a fully working calculator. It has all of this stuff. We can do 3 for multiply. And I can type in like 3 times 4. It will multiply it into 12. It will ask me to exit the phone. I don't want to. And then go on ease again. No. There are so many more, but theirs is a quick video, so yeah, go explore this. Hope you liked it.
Yep, so that was Ishan's, and then Arya could not be here, but she made an Among Us drawing, which is unfortunately not loading right now. But after when we link the presentation, you can always go back and see it. So that was our chapter. Great job to all of the students. You did amazing. I'm so proud of all of the hard work you put in with all of your projects and the amount of time you spent. And I'm excited to see you next semester.
Great job, guys. All right, so next we have the Larry Page chapter presenting. So you guys can go ahead and start presenting. And also just a quick reminder to all the students, remember to keep track of the time because we have an allotted 5-minute time for every chapter.
All right, hello everyone. This is the Larry Page chapter, Intuitive Web Designing, Making a Difference for the World. In this chapter, we taught our students how to create websites using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. All right, so I am Laya. I am one of the chapter directors for Larry Page chapter, and I am a junior at Canyon Coast Academy in San Diego.
I'm Shoria. I'm a 10th grader at Doherty Valley High School in San Ramon, and I'm also one of the instructors teaching this course.
All right, and unfortunately, the other chapter director couldn't be here, but his name is Armand. All right, first up, we have me here.
Should I share my screen on the website?
Yes.
So this is just a random website I created using the some learning I got from in class, and I also had some outside knowledge. I use the header tags, and I also use like color and inserting pictures. So this is my website.
All right, thank you so much. And next up, we have
give me a second. Do I share my screen?
Yes, please go ahead.
All right. So this is my website. I made it on the Keeper of Lost City series. It's one of my favorite books. This is an H1 tag. This is an H2 tag. And these are all just words. And I also linked to other pages. So you can look at the different books. And these are images and H2 tags. I can return to the home page, and I can also look at the main characters in the series. Yeah, thank you.
All right, that was awesome. Next up. Oh, 1 second. All right, Akshita, please go ahead and introduce yourself, and then you can share your screen.
Hi, my name is Akshita, and I'm a 6th grader, and I go to Newark Junior High School, and I live in Newark, California. Give me a second to share my screen. Okay, so I made a website about baking. So this is a little picture, a screenshot. And if you click this link, it takes to the website. There are 3 different areas here. So if you click on the first one, there's an example of a table where it's labeled. And then here you can click to go back to the home page. Next you go here. I used this list using the ordered list tag. And finally, if you go here, I used the ordered list tag again, and I also used the unordered list.
Yo!
And I added a picture. So yeah, that's it.
All right, that was really cool. Okay, Pratin, you can introduce yourself and then share your screen.
So, my name is Pradyun. I'm a sixth grader at Oak Hill Elementary, and I'm from Chantilly, Virginia. So my website is about global warming, otherwise known as climate change. I made this possible by using the coding languages HTML and CSS. I added a title by using the H1 tag, headings by using the H3 tags, and linked multiple pages together by using the A tags. I also displayed images by using the image screen tag to help get the viewer a better understanding of the text. I'm gonna go to my website. This is my website. You can also go, I added buttons with CSS. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you for listening.
All right, that was awesome. Thank you.
It sucked.
Before we continue, just a reminder to everyone to be respectful and kind. If you do make rude comments, we will remove you from the meeting. And we just want to remind you all that this is supposed to be a supportive environment, and we don't tolerate being rude to others.
All right, go ahead, Rich.
Give me a second to share my screen. Wait, it says I can't share my screen through system preferences.
All right, I can share your screen and you can introduce your website. How about that?
Okay, so this is my website about Rubik's Cubes, a puzzle that most people have in their house, but they usually like put it away after like a single use. So I use the H1 tags for my title and then my H3 tags for the things for the like titles over here. And then I used the paragraph tag for the writing. Can you scroll down? Then I have a link over here to jperm.net. It's where you learn how to solve the Rubik's Cube. And this is just some I made a table here. I used the table row, table heading, and table data tag for this. And then over here, I have the list, which I use detailed list and ordered list. Thank you for listening.
All right, thank you, Rich. All right. Wanji, you can go ahead.
Okay, should I share my screen?
Yes, please.
Okay. Second. So while my project is about painting, it's it's one of my favorite hobbies. So painting, it's just not really, it's not only intricate patterns, and it's not very hard to do. The types of paintings are realism, surrealism, expressionism, pop art, impressionism, photorealism, and abstract. So, and I made a table for the information for each paint style and an image for each one. So, yeah. Thanks for listening.
All right, thank you so much. All right, last up we have Anushka.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen now. Okay. Wait. My website is about sea otters, and I used this for using HTML and CSS, and then I added a lot. I added headers for like what they eat and other details, and I lined up the photos of what they eat with the table tag, and I used image tag to create images. And then I have more things. Wait. And then I used anchor tag to link the first page to this page. And then I used unorganized list to state all of the different types of sea otters, like sea otters, and then North American river otter and Eurasian otters, and then other things. And then I did something about kelp forests. It's where it's their habitat, and it's really important for the kelp forest because then it wouldn't be as healthy as with it. Because as you can see with the comparison of kelp forest with sea otters and kelp forest without sea otters. And then I did something about me on this page. That's my name's Anushka, and then I used the table tag to do my name, grade, school, and then my hobbies. And then I use an organized list to see the foods that I like, and then organized list for the drinks that I like. And then that's all. That's all.
Thank you so much, Anushka, and everyone from the Larry Page chapter. You all did very good jobs with your websites. Thank you so much for working hard. I'm excited for next semester. And that'll be all for Larry Page.
All right, thank you guys so much for presenting. All of your websites look really cool, and it was really nice getting the chance to see you guys all demo that. Okay, so our next chapter is the Emmy Noether chapter, so you guys can go ahead and get started.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Navia and I go to Irvington High School. My position in We Love STEM is the chapter director for the Emmy we're going to start off with our first presentation, which is called This Is. So if you guys would like to talk about your presentation.
All right. Can you see my screen?
Navia, I think the screen sharing didn't work. Could you cancel and try again?
Sorry, I think I got kicked out of the meeting. Let me continue sharing.
No worries.
Okay, Ritik and Mihir, go ahead.
This is Bob the Turtle. Say hi, Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob. I didn't know Bob could talk. Anyways, Bob's area is 100 square units.
We made him out of shapes such as hexagons, triangles, trapezoids, ovals, and rectangles.
All right, I gotta go swimming now.
It was nice talking with you, Bob.
Okay, great job, you guys. Now we're going to move on to the CAT project by Aditya and Nyla.
Hi, my name is Nyla.
My name is Aditya, and we made a cat for our graph thing project. We actually did this with one more person who unfortunately could not join us today.
To make this figure, we used a square, several rectangles, triangles, and trapezoids as well.
We started with the basic shape of the cat and then added the details later. The details do not affect the area of the rectangle, shape.
The area of this cat is exactly 100 units squared.
That's all for our presentation. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, awesome job, you guys. I'm going to hand it off to the other chapter.
Hello everyone, my name is Sohan and I'm an 8th grader at Windermere Ranch Middle School. I'm the director of the Erno Rubric chapter. In this class, the students learned how to solve the Rubik's Cube in under 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna go off to the first video, which is, this is like him solving the Rubik's Cube. So I'm just gonna play the video right now. And that was him solving the cube. And then we also got another video by Atharv. I'm really thankful that all of you guys put the time to solve the Rubik's Cube, as I know it takes a lot of time, and I really appreciate you guys practicing every single day to be able to solve it quick enough. And I hope to see you guys all next semester. And the next chapter, Jared.
All right, so the Clara Barton chapter, I think you guys are next. You guys can get started.
Okay. Param, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, sure. So, hello everyone. I'm Pram Jain. I'm a sophomore at Limbrook High School, and this is my second year as a chapter director. So this semester, we taught the students about anatomy and physiology of the human body, and I really enjoyed teaching them, and the way they grasped information was really great.
Hi, my name's Aishna, and I'm another chapter director for the Clara Barton chapter. I'm an 8th grader at Kennedy Middle School, and I love to research different STEM topics in my free time. Teaching this semester was super fun, and I felt like also with me teaching, I learned a lot from everyone in the chapter. Everyone worked really hard on their projects, and I'm really proud of all of them. So first we have Shrikar and Tanya, who's going to be talking about the eye.
Hi everyone, I'm Tanya, and we're going to talk about the parts of the eye.
Yes, and I'm Shrieker. I'm a 6th grader at Styles Middle School here in Austin, Texas, and I'm also going to be talking about the eye, and I'm sharing the screen. Is it okay if I share the screen? Okay. Okay, there are many parts of the eye, and these are like the main components of it. Starting with the cornea, it's a part of the eye where it lets light and pass in, and it's also a transparent part that covers the pupil and iris. The main function of it is letting light pass through, as it says. For some of you who don't think the cornea isn't really any good, it's actually the part of the eye that if you didn't have it, it could really interfere with the amount of light and brightness you see in a picture or an object or a person or something.
The iris is the colored part of the eye, which helps regulate the amount of light entering the eye. When there's a bright light, the iris closes the pupil to let in less light. And when there is more light, the iris opens up the pupil to let in more light. Muscles in your iris control your pupil. The small black opening that lets light into your eye. The color of your eye is like your fingerprint. It's unique to you, and nobody else in the world has the exact same eye color as you.
Yes, and the pupil is like the black round part of the eye inside the color part. So, and the pupil is very sensitive to light. Whenever there is more light in the area or in a room you are in, the pupil shrinks because it can't really let that much light in. But when there's less light, the pupil increases and gets bigger.
Lens. The lens focuses light rays into the retina. The lens is transparent and can be replaced if necessary. Our lens deteriorates as we age, resulting in the need for reading glasses. Refractive lenses are used to replace/lenses clouded by cataracts.
The macula is an oval-shaped yellow-like hole spot surrounding the fovea. Actually, wait, I think we skipped the fovea. Sorry. Oh, sorry. We'll get to the fovea later, but real sorry about that. Okay. As I was saying, it's the small hole-like spot inside your fovea which surrounds it. It basically uses all the light that's basically near you, and it crafts all the light into the images you see. It's kind of like the iris. It's kind of like the cornea, but works a different way. In other words, basically, if the cornea were damaged, it wouldn't let you see that much light. But if the macula were damaged, all the images you see would be distorted, and your sight would be really blurred. So hard that if you read a book in small print, you'd have to wear some sort of special reading glasses. And if you need to like fix something, you might need those same glasses again.
The vertigus gel. The vertigus gel is the largest structure within the eye, consisting about 80% of its volume. A clear gel that maintains the shape of the eye and provides a clear space for light to pass through to reach the retina. The only structure inside the eye which are not filled with gel are the lens and the front of the eye, and the retinal lining at the back. As you get older, the vertigus gel in your eye can shrink, slowly detaching itself from the retina.
The fovea is like in the center of the macula. It's a small depression in the small depression called fovea. Sorry. The fovea contains only cone photoreceptors and is the point in the retina responsible for maximum visual activity, acuity, and color vision, which lets you see colors from red to green.
Retina. The retina provides photoreceptor cells that captures pictures and relays it to the mind to perceive the picture and know what it is, all in a matter of nanoseconds.
The optic nerve is like the entire command point of your eye, the HQ. It has millions, no, billions of nerve fibers inside carrying visual messages from the retina to the brain. It basically conveys the messages from the retina to the mind, and in order to see, and it eventually creates a picture in my mind like we're doing right now. It literally happens so fast in a matter of nano, basically shorter than micro in nanoseconds. And when the brain also controls what it sees. And if it were to be damaged, then some people will actually go blind. The glaucoma is one of the most common eye conditions that's related to optic nerve damage.
Cone cells. Cone cells are part of the eye where it transmits the color of objects and categorizes them. The three main cone cells that eye immediately catches are red, green, and blue. Every type of cone cell responds to a different wavelength, with a particular one showing each response. The fovea has approximately 200,000 cone cells. Cone cells are even more rare to find in the eye than rod cells.
Cells are part of the eye which is also sensitive to light levels, like the pupil, and it's like a part of the cone cells. They're one of the two types of photoreceptors in the retina of the eye in the vertebrate animals. The rod cells work as specialized neurons convert visual stimuli in the form of photons, particles of light, into chemical and electrical stimuli that's processed by your nervous system. And this is our presentation. Hope you liked it.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks.
Great job, guys. That was really detailed. So next up we have The Heart by Shiny and Iman.
Hi, I'm Iman, and today we're going to be doing a presentation about the heart. I am in 8th grade and I go to Thornton Junior High, and I live in California.
I'm Shiny. I'm in 7th grade and I go to Bowles Middle School in Austin, Texas.
Basic info. The heart is the muscular system that pumps blood through the blood vessels in the circulatory system. It basically pumps blood and keeps us alive, and on the right is a model of that. Important parts. The vena cava carries blood from the body to the heart. Arteria carries blood from the artery to the heart, from the heart to the body, and is the largest artery. Pulmonary veins carries blood from the lungs to the heart. The mitral valve is the valve between the left atrium and the left ventricle. The aortic valve is the valve between the left ventricle and the arteria. The Tripside valve is the valve between the right atrium and the right ventricle. The pulmonary valve is the valve between the right ventricle and the pulmonary artery. And the pulmonary artery carries blood to the lungs from the heart. And on the right, like, it shows a diagram of it.
Now we're going to be talking about common and rare heart diseases. The first case is called unstable angina, and this occurs when your heart does not get enough blood flow and oxygen. It happens unpredictably, unlike stable angina, and it happens when you're under stress. It causes discomfort, tightness, and squeezing, which is mostly common but still not good. The next rare disease we're going to be talking about is called Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, which is a weakening of the left ventricle in the heart. It is caused by severe emotional and physical stress, usually by a loss of a loved one. Symptoms include sudden chest pain, fainting, high blood pressure, and more. If it feels like you're having shortness of breath, which leads to fainting. This disease is fatal and must be treated immediately. Thanks for listening to our presentation.
That was really good, guys. Your slides look really nice. Great job. And next we have The Brain by Sarah.
So I'm going to be presenting about the human brain. Strokes. A stroke is also known as cerebrovascular accident, CVA, or brain attack, which happens when there is either poor blood flow to the brain or a hemorrhage into the brain that causes the death of brain cells. A stroke damages the brainstem, which is near the bottom of your brain, at the back of your skull. Stroke risk increases with age. Strokes are more common in men, but more women die from them. There are two types of strokes. One, ischemic strokes, which happen because of poor blood flow to the brain from partial or complete blockage of an artery. Two, hemorrhagic strokes happen because of bleeding into the brain tissue itself or into the subarachnoid space or ventricles. A stroke can affect many body functions, including motor activity, bladder and bowel elimination, intellectual function, spatial perceptual altercation, personality, affect, sensation, swallowing, and communication. If you have a hemorrhagic stroke, you will need surgery to stop the bleeding. If it is an ischemic stroke, you will need to get the clot busted.
Okay, great job to all three groups. You guys did so good. And I'm so proud of you. Like from the beginning of the semester, everyone kind of had their cameras off and were kind of quiet. And then slowly everyone started to participate more. And I hope you guys had like more fun. It seemed like that. So great job to all three groups. You guys put in so much work and it really paid off. And I hope to see you all next semester.
Great job, everyone. Well, next chapter.
All right, great job to the Clara Barton chapter. So the next and our final chapter is going to be our George Washington Carver chapter. So unfortunately, the chapter director and students weren't able to make it, so we'll just do a quick recap of their chapter, which will take about 2 to 3 minutes. So the George Washington chapter has been learning Introduction to Algorithms using Pascal. So basically, as a description given by the chapter director, this course aims to emphasize the relationship between algorithms and programming and introduce basic performance measures and analysis techniques for various problems using Pascal. And this is essentially a small, efficient language intended to encourage good programming practices using structured programming and data structuring. So the chapter director's name is Gabria, and she is a 12th grader high school student who's interested in computer science and resides in Jamaica. So unfortunately, she wasn't able to make it, but we still wanted to give her her introduction. So the first student's project is called Guess the Number by John Pierre Gordon. So unfortunately, the student wasn't able to make it either, but this is just a screenshot of the code. And just as a description given by the student said, "Hi, my name is John Pear, and I'm a 6th grade student in Jamaica, and my project is a Guess the Number project made with Pascal." So when we send out the slides later today, you guys can feel free to click on the link, and that'll take you to the students REPL.IT project, and you guys can test out the project. Our second student's project is called Highest Common Factor by Sanjit Satish. And unfortunately, the student is also not able to make it. But basically, this is another project where you can essentially find the highest common factor. And again, if you guys want to check the slides later today or tomorrow, whenever we send it out, you guys can just click on the link and run the REPL.IT project on your own time. But just because the student wasn't able to make it and that we're a little bit over time, we won't be running it at the moment. All right, so this was our demo day for all of our chapters. So all 10 chapters, we just want to say you guys did an amazing job and we're so proud of you. I can just definitely say, starting in the beginning of the year, at least for our chapter, like cameras are always off, people aren't talking, but just as all the other directors have been saying, we've all really seen your guys' growth, and we're just so proud of all of you guys for how far you've come. For those of our students who are new and those of us who are returning, we're just so proud of all of you regardless. And I know it takes a lot of guts to present in a room full of 50+ people, so great job. You guys all did amazing. And if you guys want to follow us for updates, you can follow our Instagram, which is @WeLoveSTEM.org, our YouTube, which you can access with this tiny URL, and the same with our LinkedIn and our email, which is admin@welovestem.org. So once again, thank you guys so much for coming. So before you guys leave, if you could fill out this quick feedback form, we'd really appreciate it, just to get some feedback on how our program is running. So if one of our directors could put that in the chat, then others can just quickly access it and fill it out. It should only take about like 2 minutes max.
Thank you all so much for joining us today, for presenting your projects and for viewing other students' projects or viewing your kids' projects. So thank you guys all so much and have a wonderful winter break.
And we will be pausing classes for winter break and begin again in January. So we'll send you guys more information about that later. But just for now, like Anusha said, enjoy your break, have fun, and we hope you're excited for another semester of We Love STEM. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Appreciate it.